So, looking at the model of the Sergeant Slaughter, just based on what I saw at first glance, I actually was considering buying this. I was like, this doesn't look too bad, because when I was looking at the model, this is the first thing I saw. Like, when I first looked at it in the store, first thing I saw. Until I rotated the camera, and then, boom, right there. And then right there on the map. Ruined it for me. Completely ruined it. Nope. So, I'm borrowing the tank for a few days, and then I'm going to literally beg to have this removed from my account. So the stream will be up for just a quick reference and everything like that. As usual, we're going to look at it in the stream, as well as the Britannia. The Britannia is another one that I borrowed because I am kind of a sucker for historical tanks. And this is just another generic Panther. Yeah, so it's just another generic Panther at tier 6. I don't think a whole lot is going to need covered, but we'll do some quick comparisons between this and the Poodle, and I think there's something else. Could be wrong, though. So, yeah. Although, if I had to choose between things, I definitely would probably choose the Britannia over the Sergeant Slaughter in terms of, you know, looking nice. So, yeah. But I know a lot of people are going to be more focused on the Sergeant Slaughter than the Britannia, because the Britannia wasn't really expected, and we were all kind of waiting for the Sergeant Slaughter. So we're going to just get into it right now. Can I stop doing whatever the heck I'm doing right there with this help thing? Yeah, I don't need this. I just got to hold left trigger. I don't know why it took me forever for that. Ignoring my dog, of course. What's up, Yazdi? So this tank comes with 2 packages. You got this one, which is an auto loader. I believe this is 2 shots. And then we got a standard 105mm gun. When I was outfitting this, there is no gun rammer. And from what I've heard with the other package, if you do the single shot, you still do not get access to a gun rammer. So keep that in mind, that you are not going to get a gun rammer with this tank, even if you run the standard gun. It is a heavy tank. It does have a tumor on top. Armor profile is kind of typical for an American like tank, heavy, well, at least hull wise. Armor is going to be a little bit on the god damn, I hate this stage. You can't even look at it from a level playing field. Armor is going to be kind of interesting there, as you are definitely going to bounce some stuff. Obviously, the tumor is going to be an issue. Those light blue spots right there on top of the turret may be an issue, especially for HE or Hesh. A little bit surprised, honestly, that the little rangefinder wings, the little 90-degree angled corner triangle things, are 250mm. Yes. Probably another weak point to keep an eye out for is the that little blue spot right there by the driver's hatch. Yeah, it's very much angled, but it's only 57mm, and the way ricochets work is that, as you can see, it curves down. So if you hit under the gun, more than likely, it's going to go right into the driver's hatch and do damage. Now, HE probably is just going to splash there and still penetrate, so that is going to be devastating. I shouldn't really need to cover about the sides, tops, and rear or anything like that, because, as usual, you are weak as hell. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the basic gun stats, at least for this package here. I know I've already equipped this package. Can you, like, show me? I cannot apparently function. So for this one here, we got a total reload time of 33 seconds for 3 shots in the clip. Okay, so it wasn't 2, it's 3. Intra-clip reload is 2.22 seconds. Gun depressions are okay. Gun depression is pretty good. Accuracy is 0.39, so we are kind of on the verge of derpy level. For anyone, pretty much anything at like 0.39 to like 0.42 and above, I get to derp levels. 0.38 is pushing okay. 0.36 to 0.35 to 0.37 I kind of consider doable still. And then anything below 0.35 I find to be pretty good in terms of accuracy. Aim time is 2.9. I believe that is kind of normal even for tier 10 tanks. I will have to double check that. And total reload time for the 3-shot is 33 seconds, which I think is on par with some other 3-shot autoloaders. You cannot equip any camouflage on this vehicle. As you can see, you cannot. Inscriptions, of course. So there's your inscription locations. Emblems. There you go. And then, obviously, for anyone that actually cares, there is your flag. Although, I would say if you're a fan of Sergeant Slaughter... Oh, it's got like a whip thing there. I don't know the official term for that. I would say it is ruining the graffiti art by covering up the quote from Sergeant Slaughter, if that is a quote. So, yeah. But, yep, there you go. There's the customization for stuff. We are going to get started right away. We're going to play it with the autoloader, and then we're going to move on to the single shotgun. And then we're going to go to the Britannia, and then we're just going to alternate. Feel free to ask any questions. I also think I'm going to go back through all these streams, get rid of the just random streams, delete those outright, and I'm going to put in a playlist for the first impressions of new tanks and everything else. So, yeah. Also, do not forget, I have a poll going up for what the prize or the giveaway prize is going to be for this week's giveaway. And that whole little poll is on my community section as well as my Twitter. Feel free to vote in that. It's either a tier 8 tank or a little code that gives you a bundle of goodies. So, yeah. And then the runner-up prize is going to be given away on Friday. I'm thinking either another, like, 2-3 day giveaway, or it will be on Twitter. Don't know. I think I will go left here. Yes, see, I'll have to answer that question when I take a look at what I actually have equipped. But vents would probably be one of them. But beyond that, I cannot remember off the top of my head. I have not touched the 57 in quite a bit. Oh, you tracked me.
We're stuck. Tracks up. Let's go. They found us.
Ooh, he got hit hard by, I'm going to trigger the reload right now, actually. Normally I would probably say gun lane drive, just because you can't really equip a gun ram.
Enemy knows our location. Locked on. Drop up another one. Enemy's got us in their sights. They're armored.
Sorry about that. Didn't realize you were going to cross on my left. I'll double check. I do believe it is like 360, if I remember correctly. Average alpha.
They found us.
Oh, that's such a shot. Wasted.
Target locked. We lost an ally. Ready to fire on target. Hole in their armor.
Lol.
We got a damaged track.
Already, with the autoloader, I'm okay with this. I could play this numerous times. I wouldn't mind this.
Friendly vehicle destroyed. Focus attention here. Looks like that one went right through. Got him.
Kind-hearted Voldemort, what's going on? Well, what would I recommend would depend on what your experience level is and what you prefer to play. Because each one is unique in its own right.
Target locked.
Oh, this poor guy.
Dropping target.
And they're capping out. Nice one. So I'll double check the alpha for you guys. It might even be 390. I think this is a, because it's a heavy tank, it might be a 120. I'll have to double check for that. For new players, like Yezzy says, the one that I tend to recommend for newer or more inexperienced players when it comes to TDs is definitely the E4, as it's kind of like a heavy TD. It can transition, you know, you can play it like a heavy tank. In fact, a lot of the Immortals players, especially my mentor, pretty much told me I should play it like a heavy tank. So, yeah. So if you're used to playing heavy tanks already, I would say, I swear to God, dude, did you not do anything and you're just capping? Jesus Christ, you literally didn't do anything. You... Okay, so sniping TD, completely different. E4 is not a sniping TD. Not bad. I know it was going to be a class 1, but hey, I'll take this. I don't know, Yessie. I don't know. He probably did absolutely nothing. Yes, that is exactly the case. He did absolutely nothing. So he's just going to cap out to spite. All right, cool. But he did try. So I'm not going to blame him for not trying, because I would probably do something too, just to be like, fuck this. I'm going to at least try and do something to get XP. I mean, he fired 6 shots and he made it all the way, but, you know, absolutely nothing penned. So I'm not really going to be angry about that. All right, so we're going to quickly go answer these questions. The alpha on the tank Yezdi, we're going to take a look. What is the gun caliber? We're also going to take a look. And then we're also going to look to see at the TDs to answer the snipey TD question and then the supporting TD question. Real quick, let me actually just switch packages real fast. It's a 105, so it's a 105 millimeter gun. So we can probably safely expect it to be in the alpha range of 360 to 390. Provided that I cannot find that information. Alright, so let me just reset supplies here, because this is stupid. No, I don't want your HE. HE. That worked. And just as proof here that we are now in a single shot gun, I'm going to try. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. There are no gun rammers available for this tank. So, yeah. Oh, 57 heavy question as well. Give me a second here. So what I have on my 57 heavy is gun lane drive, vertical stabilizers, and vents. That is what I have. Sniping TDs. Pretty much the only sniping TDs that I know of that are straight dedicated for sniping are the Grill 15 and the Stritzvon 103B. The Stritzvon's more of a specialist type of sniping TD. You have to rely on your team absolutely sucking to the point that the enemy is pushing into your line of fire, but you still have to rely on your team not being so bad that, well, you have to rely on your team also being good enough to hold the enemy from outside your detection range. So, goodness, I should have blew my nose before I did anything. So, yeah, that is what that. Supporting TDs, oh, that is like everything with a big gun. Like, obnoxiously big. So we are talking anything with a 155 millimeter gun, larger. I think the Jaegeru has something bigger than 155 or something. I don't have it. Death Stars work. Waffle, less so. I know some people would think, why is this? I don't know. Waffle is definitely less of a supporting type of TD because that gets focused almost immediately upon detection. And, no, thanks, Yezdi, 170 millimeters. So that's bigger than one of 155 by obvious numbers. So, yeah, pretty much if it's got heavy armor and a big gun, it's going to be a supporting, brawling type of TD. If it's got like no armor and a very accurate gun, it's going to be a sniping TD. But like I said, the Stritzvon is more of a specialist vehicle TD, while the Grill is more of a generic one. And in terms of easiest for in terms of between the two, of like the Stritzvon and the Grill, both lines are for the most part relatively easing you into how the role is. You know, at tier 8, you know, you get into that, you know, for the Grill, you got the nice, good, you know, upgrade of just easing you into the role. You get really accustomed to it from tiers 8 through 10. Same thing with the Stritzvon line. Same thing where you know right away this is how you play, this is your weakness, this is your strength, yada, yada, yada. So both lines are pretty good for kind of easing you into what you need to do and how to play the tank. Whereas the brawling TDs are often very different from that. Alright, let us play Sergeant Slaughter with the single shotgun. Hopefully that answered your question there, Voldemort. Itchy eyes. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Not a problem. That is why I'm here. Aside from me just constantly itching my eyes on stream. You're non-game sub. All right. We're gonna see what the full reload is with this. You know, I forgot to check the stats on this. So 10.73 fully kitted out, not including food though. Whoa, oh, there we go. I have no idea why I did that. 268 version 4 is not one of the more recommended tanks. It had a little bit of a speed buff and I believe an armor nerf, but it's still not, you know, one of the more recommended tanks. It's not. They completely rushed our flank.
Ready to fire on target. One more takes. Focus attention here. Locked on. Gun loaded. Like that one went right through.
But we won.
Great job, man.
Not really a good demonstration on that. I mean, it's doable. I mean, but I'm used to, because I play a lot of mediums, I'm used to my reloads being in like the 7-second range. So yeah, to me, it kind of bothers me. But, you know, again, we don't have a gun rammer. That gun rammer would probably chop it down, and if I ran food, it probably would chop it down somewhat close to that number. Somewhat close. So, you know, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the gun stats though, because I know with the Andre, they changed gun stats with the packages, and they also did that with the Stone Cold. So we're gonna take a look at that. Why is my left eye so itchy? Never have a problem at work, but as soon as I get home, it's like, boom, itchy. We're going to play that again just because of the fact that we capped out. It was another victory, but we capped out. Nope. 0.38, so literally 0.01%, 0.01 better. 11.7 seconds base reload, 2.5 aim time, so 0.4 seconds less. Yeah, speed and everything should stay the same here. 20% chance of fire, so yeah, definitely carry a fire extinguisher on you. 45 forward, 17 back, so not too terribly bad in reverse, but You're not... You are heavy tank speeds. I'm suburban. I live in, like, a suburban area, but, you know, there are fields scattered everywhere. But again, it's like, today I was working right next to a field today, strip patching a road, and I had absolutely no issue. And then the moment I come home and turn on my little desk light, and which is on this side, my eye's on this side, that's the itchy eye, and, you know, start doing this, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, so all of a sudden it's like there's pollen in my own room, and it's like, bruh, why are you doing this to me? I don't know. Whenever I stream, my nose becomes really itchy, and one or both of my eyes become itchy as well. I feel like it's something to do within my room, but I cannot figure it out yet. I try and clean regularly. Although I know why my nose gets itchy, and it's just because of the fact that at work, you know, a lot of the machinery kicks up a lot of dust, or if I'm cutting a lot of, or if I'm weed eating the on-ramps and everything like that, you know, the pollen or whatever, or even grass particles and crap get blown up into my nose, and yeah, fun. So whenever I turn on that stupid light, it's like, nope, itchy eye. No, that's the thing. I do have a good pair of sunglasses on. I wear Oakley M frames at work, so you know, nice good polarized pair of sunglasses, very good. Safety glasses as well and everything like that. But it is, you know, again, it's like I don't have that problem at work. It's like when I get home, I have the problem. It's like, good God, all right, I'm gonna get shot here. What was that? Yeah, I have 10 degrees of gun depression. I don't know what you were hoping for. Oh, hello there. There is a buddy here. Yes. Oh, you have a friend. Oh, I missed. Oh, and you actually did something good here. Okay. Oh, shit. Nope.
We fixed the view flight. Here's their armor. They've spotted us.
I do have a dog, yes, but it's hypoallergenic, so it should not be causing any. God damn it! Hypoallergenic, so no shedding, nothing, because my brother actually has asthma, so, you know, he's more at risk than I am for this type of stuff.
The enemy knows our location. Looks like that
The fact that penned leaves me with multiple questions. But I am done on this flank, because Artie has my number. He wants to kill me.
loaded and ready.
Yes, D, you said it too soon, or I read it too soon. Or read it. You said it too late, or I read it too late. I'm going to just say both.
Been detected.
And it's game over for me. For the most part, another.
Ready to fire.
Good job, light tank.
The enemy knows our location.
Side scraping's pretty good.
Locked and loaded. Enemies looking right at us. Like that one went right.
And he's coming for me. Coming for me. There it is. Light, yep, there we go, light tank. Shoot him. So, I may have had horrible luck there, but side scrape is good. Could side scrape pretty well. So, I would have to say if I had to take something out of that, it is capable of side scraping decently well. I don't know about tier 10s though. I have no idea. I don't know why this guy full health is showing his ass to those tanks. You have $20 in gift cards, but I have no idea what to spend it on. Well, the tank addict in me says tank stuff. But the smart, financial person in me says you should save it for something that you might actually need in the future. Like for me, I need wiper blades. But, someone decided to chip read my card, and therefore I can't buy anything until I get a new card. It's amazing how many things are apps require card payment only. Yeah. How thick's the side armor? Well, I can show you. But remember, it's also like a 48 Patton 57 E5 type of hull, so it's going to be boat-shaped. So this actually has two different side armor thicknesses. So we have side here at 50 millimeters. Well, I would rotate more at the moment that the game decides to load. We have the 50 millimeter. As you can see, look at that. Look at that. It is a rounded boat hull. And then we get to the front side there, and hey, look, it's 76 millimeters. Boat shaped. Boat shaped at 76 millimeters. Then we get a little bit closer to the front side there, and we have 88 millimeters of thickness. Oh, the thickness. So many C's. And then, yeah. So it goes from 88 millimeters to 76 millimeters, and then it goes all the way to 50 millimeters. So get shot in the rear there. Good chance of over penetration for something that's got 150 millimeters and above. Almost guaranteed over penetration. But you are going to probably kind of cause some tanks to struggle with the 76 millimeters and stuff if you angle it correctly there on the side. Not to mention, you still got to count in the fact of the spaced armor of the tracks. So that's the additional 20 millimeters of spaced armor right there. So anything shooting heat more than likely is going to absorb that there. All right, so we played 3 games in the Sergeant Slaughter. Oddly enough, I would probably say, yeah. I mean, since you can't put a gun rammer on this tank, on the Sergeant Slaughter, I would definitely say run the just stock base package with the 3 shots. I mean, granted, but both seem pretty playable. Both seem oddly very playable. So, I would say leave it up to you. I'd leave it up to you to figure out exactly what it is. You can also have some serious side scraping potential in this tank. You got to angle it correctly. You can't just go, straight perpendicular to the enemy and find out that, well, I'm side scraping. No, you're not, friend. want to have that nice, good 70-degree superior angling right there. But we're going to move on to the more historical vehicle, and probably the one that I personally would pick if I had to choose between the two tanks. I would probably pick the Britannia, just simply for historical context. And not saying this is true, definitely not saying this is true, but if for some hypothetical reason this thing where every purchase of this went to the Samur, I think it's Samur Tank Museum in France, if like 10% of every purchase of this went to Samur to, you know, help them, I would say yes, I would buy this. I refuse to support anything WWE related. Well, I mean, that kind of counter argues this current situation I'm in with what's going on behind the tank. Yes. But I'm ignoring all this because all I do is complain about it. Like everyone else that does not find this enjoyable at all. I don't care for all this crap in the background. Yesy, what do you mean? What's that music? I don't. Yeah, what do you mean? You mean the music when you click on one of the hero WWE things? You mean this? Guy's got a weird mustache. It bothers me. Looks like a pedo stash a little bit there. Or a guy thinking he still lives in the 90s. Maybe early 80s? Late 80s? I don't know. Weird. So yeah. Personally, I like the Britannia. Yeah, it's a tier 6. I'm not really going to cover a whole lot because I think it's just straight up a generic Panther at tier 6. Maybe even a VK, whatever the heck it is at tier 6. So, yeah. Not a whole lot really to cover with that, but just to be on the safe side, we are going to look at the stats. Yes. You can equip a gun rammer on this. So, 75 millimeter gun. I know what I need to do. There we go. Still keep off with the buttons here. So, speed, 55. Pretty good. Reverse speed, pretty good. 20. Fire chance, 20%. Fire extinguisher or firefighting skills and perks recommended. Yes. Gun is 4.2 for 20 seconds. Yes. Yes, for those that like those memes. 4.2 second reload time. 2.3 second aim time, so not bad there. 0.35 accuracy. So we're on the doable level. Very doable. 8 degrees of gun depression, kind of on the low side for NATO type of tanks. Yes, I know this is before NATO, but anything with 8 plus, you consider a NATO type of tank. 18 degrees elevation is also on the okay side. I don't really care about any of that. That doesn't make me change how I play. Ammunition, alrighty. And moving on to this. So just real quick, yes, just like the Sergeant Slaughter, you cannot equip any actual camouflage for obvious reasons. Inscriptions, there's where the inscriptions go. Emblems, emblems right there. Contrary to what people would have thought, where the emblem goes right there on the side, right there on the side of the gun mantlet there. No, emblems go right there on the back. Flags, for those that care, right there. So, yeah. But I think I'd leave it just how it is. It's a historical tank. So, yeah. Let's get started. How's everyone's day been so far, though? How's everyone's day, evening? How are you guys doing? Haven't gotten to ask that yet. So, figured it'd probably be a good time to do that now. It's probably just like a poodle, Yazdi. That's kind of why I didn't really go into too much detail, because any tier 6 Panther probably not going to change much statistically. And this isn't Tanks GG. We don't have a console Tanks GG, so there's really like no way for me to just, yeah, hey, look, let me just pull this up and comparison. Goes quickie, baby. So, yeah. So I'm gonna move right. BIS, kill himself. Okay. Make it a little bit more of an aggressive push.
Enemy exposed. Loaded and ready. We've got a lock. Enemy's got us in their sights. Focus attention here. Damage. Dropping target. Good clean hit. Pierce their armor.
You must not have the top gun.
They've spotted us. Look out.
Oh, shit.
Your track's been hit.
Not what I was expecting at all. Okay.
Enemy's got us in their sights. Enemy fuel tank is hit. Reloading. Target locked. That one drilled straight through. Enemies looking
I'm trying to
for
play already safe, Yesty. I'm working on it.
ready to fire on target. Okay, the
Up, there we go. Then he kills me. And I low rolled on that last shot. Had I not low rolled, I would have taken care of him. Bruh, it's called back up. Yes, back up, because you don't have the elevation you need, and you're just, you're just literally letting yourself just get shot here for free. See, I enjoy playing the Tier 6 Panthers. I enjoy playing the Tier 6 Panthers. That, you know, the Sergeant Slaughter with the 3-shot autoloader It's okay. I'm not Renegade, who is so obsessed about the fact that it's a reskin of a Renegade, which also is part of his name, that he refused to call it the Sergeant Slaughter. No, it's a Sergeant Slaughter, because I don't think the Renegade, the actual Renegade, is going to have a package system. So, and again, that's just guessing here, because it's like, why would you just have two of the same tanks? It's a WWE tank, so they're going to have something special, probably with these packages. So, my guess is the unskinned version is not going to have it. So, calling this the Renegade when it's not the Renegade is... hey, I mean, if there's something called the Darren out there, yeah, I'd get ecstatic too, so... can't really hold it at him with that. Really, really, really wanted to make a very punny, confusing title for his streams. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He has his day. He has his day to do it. Yeah, no, I'm just looking here. If I had to choose between the two tanks, both are very playable. By the way, these little showcase streams are probably going to be about an hour long anyway, so we got time for another game. But both are very playable, and I kind of struggle to pick what I for sure would want to buy. Granted, I'm not going to buy either of these because I've got other tanks on the list that are higher priority. But I'll give you guys my final. Judgment, impressions, in 10 minutes. So. Let's see, we got 3 games in the Sergeant Slaughter and 2 games, in the Britannia. And I can't wait for the stream to be over because I'm going to blow my nose. Yes. Tier 7 game again. I might also do another stream tonight because I kind of really want to try and 3-mark my T-54 tonight. So I might do a stream. No camera then. It's just going to be me streaming. Again, maybe later tonight.
Releasing target. Looks like that one went straight.
Just to allow me. I swear to God, it's just a platoon of snake bites. It's like 3 platoon snake bites. God damn, I hate snake bites. Are you kidding me? If I didn't kill the frickin'... If it didn't take me 2 shots to kill that frickin' 3485M, I wouldn't be having this damn situation to where I am 1 shot for all those tanks over there. They're hiding back over there. Stay away from this one. It's still spotted.
Target locked. Looks like that one went right through. Ready to fire. They found us.
Nope, and that's what killed me. It wasn't even detected. Light tank was right there. He can't. He doesn't really have that ability to go in there and just start brawling. Again, he's got horrible gun handling. You guys got to remember that. He's a British light tank. And then we got the capping trio. Just because. And capping quattro. Because this is necessary. At least we know who probably did nothing.
Chalk up another win.
Which is unfortunate. I don't know if it's Campinville. It doesn't, you know, it's one of those maps where not much camping. So, we got 5 minutes here. This should be enough to give my statements on the tanks here. So, both of these tanks I enjoy. I don't mind them. I really don't. Package-wise, probably could have just not even bothered with the single shot if you can't even add a gun rammer to that. But, you know, if you have a package where it's a single shot and another package where it's an autoloader, obviously you can't put an autoloader on it. You can't put a gun rammer on an autoloader. So, I see why or what. Got bits at some point. Alex! Oh my goodness, you joined right at the end of the 1 hour showcase stream. But don't worry, Alex. I'll be streaming again later. Because I really kind of want to try and 3-mark some tanks tonight. So, tune in then. Yeah. But you also did show up just in time for me to give my my ruling on the 2 new tanks. So, that works. That works out for you. So, Sergeant Slaughter, I definitely say if you're going to get it, I don't mind this tank. It is capable of side scraping at least tanks of equal tiers. Even some tier 9s I was able to side scrape. You guys will be able to see that in the stream probably about halfway through. On Mountain Pass, you're going to see I was able to pretty reliably side scrape stuff. Autoloader is kind of there in terms of accuracy. You want to play it kind of, but you are capable of bouncing and everything like that. I would have to say if you pick this up, it's probably more worth it to play it as the autoloader, just because of the fact that, you know, without a gun rammer on the single shot, it just doesn't really matter. You might as well just play the autoloader. But both packages are very doable and playable. Rex Variable, how are you doing? Tuned in just in time to hear my rulings on the 2 new tanks today. Before I go and take a break before later tonight's stream. So, yeah. I would definitely say if you want to pick up this tank, it's definitely worth picking up the tank. It is worth it. I at least feel it's worth it. But I really would stay away from the single shot autoloader. The single shot gun, just because of the lack of the ability of the gun rammer, and you got like a 11.71 second base reload. The other tank is a tier 6. I know. It's a tier 6. Oh, wait. It's also a Panther. A tier 6. I know. I don't think there's really not much in terms of different... It's supposed to have a... Okay, there are brackets there. I know. It is a Panther at tier 6. Oh, goodness. If you have the Poodle, it doesn't matter. But it's a French one, and it's a historical one, just like the Poodle. I enjoy actually kind of playing the tier 6 Panthers. I don't mind that. Awesome. I can't wait to see you there, Variable. Can't wait. The Panther plays like every other tier 6 Panther, but it's more historical. And if you like the tier 6 Panthers, I definitely say this is one to pick up because it's a historical it's the Britannia. I know there are a lot of people that actually kind of were requesting the Britannia. The Panthers have a following just like as strong as the Tigers, and just as strong as the Shermans. So yeah, I would pick this up if I had to choose between the two tanks. I would probably say the Britannia, just because it's more historical. We all know I absolutely despise WWE. So the fact that there's WWE stuff on the Sergeant Slaughter makes me not even want it. But it is still the Sergeant Slaughter's playable tank. But I'd lean more towards the Britannia because of the historicalness and the fact that the Tier 6 Panthers I kind of enjoy. I enjoy playing the Tier 6 Panthers. So yeah. But are there any questions? Anything you guys want to see before I end it? Well, I itch my damn nose because it won't stop. Apparently, the winner of last week's giveaway, who just now messaged me over a week since he was announced, is now messaging me. Okay. That's unfortunate. I hate breaking the news like that. But yeah, if there's no other questions here, I'd like to thank you all for watching. For those that kind of just want to see me casually play tanks, trying to 3-mark my T-54 tonight, tune in then. Probably you'd actually have to hit that subscribe button to get notifications on that, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if you do, because it's not like Twitch. So, you know, if you do get notifications without subscribing, you don't have to subscribe. Wrecked Variable. Yeah, real quick, you asked the thing about they should be able to customize the WWE tanks. To an extent. To an extent, you can customize the WWE tanks. Here, I kind of showed them, like, here at the stream. You cannot put camouflage on this tank, but you can put inscriptions. You can put emblems. And, excuse me, you can put flags. No camos, though. But if there's no other questions there, that will be it. And hopefully I get to see you all again later this evening when I try and 3-mark the T-54. Otherwise, everyone else, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, make wise purchase decisions, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.